Good morning. My name's Andrew Franklin. And after growing up in a very conservative, traditional Christian home, I came to a point where I questioned my sexuality. And in the course of that time, I felt that the most authentic way for me to live would be to be gay identified. And so I lived that way for 5 years. But after those 5 years, I found myself deeply disappointed in my same-sex relationships. I found myself with an unhealthy relationship with drugs, alcohol, and sex. And I found myself intensely lonely, even though I was surrounded by this community. And as the time of my life kind of spiraled downward, I eventually was confronted with this terrible truth that I had sexually assaulted another man at a party. And coming face to face with that horrifying truth about myself sent me to a place where I again had to question my sexuality. I had to question my ethics, my values, my choices, my faith. In the course of that time, I came into a deep conviction that homosexuality itself was incongruent with the life that God created me to live. That homosexuality itself was incongruent with the life that I wanted to live, with my deepest convictions and values. So it was a key time of my life, and in the midst of that, someone gave me a book that they had paid for. And this book changed my life. This book, I truly believe, rescued me from the cycle of sexual addiction and coercion that I was stuck in. It was written by a Christian pastor who himself had formerly been gay identified, but now he advocated for this life in alignment with traditional sexual ethics and values that had led him to a place of deep spiritual fulfillment, that had led him to a place of healthy and fulfilling relationships, and he was married to a woman at that point. So that book, for the first time, gave me hope that I could learn as a man to love other people instead of use them. Yeah. It gave me hope that I could find an identity and a sexual identity that was authentic, but also aligned with my deepest convictions. But that book would be illegal should California Assembly Bill 2943 pass. But that book led me into faith-based counseling, support groups, where I, for the first time in my life, I learned how to live with integrity. I learned how to live in authenticity and honesty. I learned how to have healthy and honoring relationships, how to honor and respect other people's boundaries, how to find my own boundaries. No one forced me into change. It was change that I deeply wanted. But it was change that would not be possible for me had California Assembly Bill 2943 been in effect. No one promised me heterosexual marriage or heterosexual feelings. What they put in front of me was this thought that God himself, through Jesus, could somehow fulfill the deep hungers and longings of my heart for connection, for love, for security. He could teach me a way to love others that was different than anything that I'd known. And I can say that I found that to be absolutely true. I can stand before you and say that I'm more secure, more confident, more at peace in myself and my masculinity than I ever thought possible. I have healthy, deep, fulfilling, platonic friendships with men. And a few years into this journey, I was surprised to find that I was falling in love with an incredible woman. And I can tell you that I'm a faithful husband to her 5 years now. Of trying to help people find and connect with God in their deepest struggles, in their deepest shame, in their fear, in their questions. And this whole journey in 12 years now has been so difficult, so hard, and so absolutely worth it. It's brought me joy, it's brought me spiritual fulfillment and peace. And I'm so glad that I was given the freedom to choose the life that I wanted to live. I was given the freedom to choose the identity that I wanted to live under. And it's changed my life, and all for the better, beyond what I ever thought possible. So thanks so much.